Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Alex, and I am outside Old Trafford. A little bit chilly Old Trafford. I've misjudged it. I'm cold. I'm in a t-shirt, but show off the McSauce t-shirt. But I'm outside Old Trafford, where you can probably see behind me, having a bit of a clean. They're cleaning it up a bit. They're cleaning the white stanchions. They're giving the windows a bit of a wash. It's about time, innit? Hopefully, actually put some money in and build some stuff around it as well. But, you know, we can't expect too much. I've got to talk today about transfers. Last night, some new names, some new stories, and absolutely everything hit the fan when Fabrizio Romano started tweeting and things started getting going about Sergio Ramos. We'll get into that very shortly. But before then, we're going to talk about the Italian midfielder, Locatelli, who had a bit of a good game last night, didn't he? He was very, very good. And now, don't lie to me saying you've known about it for ages, because I didn't. I didn't know about him. But Ronaldo Brown seems to think he's been pretty good this season. Very good numbers for Sassuolo. Sassuolo, hope I said that right. Sassuolo had very good numbers for Sassuolo last season. And is he one of the new names on the list to be a midfielder that could fit at Manchester United? Now, he was at AC Milan. He went on loan to Sassuolo, came back, and then ended up going on a permanent transfer about a year or so ago. And he's had a good season there. Now, is he going to be the next player that Manchester United are going to be linked with? Fabrizio Romano tweeted last night saying that Sassuolo have always said he can go for around the €40 million price. I think last night means it's now €60 million, especially if someone like Man United comes knocking. And he said a lot of the top Premier League clubs are interested, as well as Juventus. Now, a lot of that does sound to me like, let's get all the Premier League clubs linked to it, and it's actually going to Juventus. But there's a chance that Manchester United will be interested. We're obviously after a midfielder now. We're going to talk about centre-halves in a bit, but we've been more heavily linked with centre-halves than we have been with midfielders. And for me, and I've said all along, I would rather see a midfielder come into the club than a centre-back. I'd rather see Lindelof and Maguire starting with a new midfield in front of him than with Fred and McTominay starting with a new defence behind him. But, again, that's just my opinion. It looks like we've been linked with more centre-halves, but is this the start of the midfielders being linked? We've obviously had the Rice links all the way through the summer, but I think the price has kind of put everyone off that a little bit. But I've not really heard of any other options. There's been Basuma been linked, but I think that's more by fans and by people going, he looks good, let's get him, rather than any big links by any journalists for him going to Manchester United. So is Locatelli the first name that is a Rice replacement, as another midfield replacement? Now, is he that one that's going to come in and be able to do that role on his own? Is he going to be able to come in and be a number 6 in the Premier League alongside a Paul Pogba and Bruno, alongside Donny van der Beek and Bruno, even alongside Scott McTominay? Is he that player, or is he another one that's in the kind of role as he's put, like Paul Pogba is, where he starts deep but goes a bit further forward, same as Scott McTominay? Where do you think he fits if he does come to Manchester United? Let me know in the comments. Do you think Locatelli is that number 6 answer? Is he that Rice replacement? Is he that one that we've all been wanting? Let us know in the comments. And also, what price do you reckon we can get him for? €40 million, obviously mentioned last night. United don't get players like that. Players in form, players at the Euros doing that kind of stuff. It's got to be more than 50 million, surely. The big news last night broke. Sergio Ramos is leaving Real Madrid. Gone. Finished. I think this came as a bit of a shock to everyone. It's kind of was like, you know, Varane has been linked to leaving all the way through the summer, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But no one really thought that Sergio Ramos was going to leave. There was obviously the talks in 2016 that he may have come to United. That looked like he just wanted a better contract. But now he's gone. Now he's done from Real Madrid. 16 years. And now everyone's going all over the place. Where is he going to go? Is he going to go to Paris Saint-Germain? Is he going to go to Manchester United? The links are going to start coming out, and there's an article in the Mirror straight away that started pulling up the quotes from 2016, started talking about Sergio Ramos, where he said he was flattered by a big club like Manchester United being linked with him. He would like to, he's one of those clubs that he'd love to play for and all this kind of stuff. There was nothing really concrete in it, but those are the kind of things that are going to get brought up. Now, this is a thing that's been accelerated by the fact that Sergio Ramos hasn't been at the Euros. I think this was probably going to be postponed till afterwards, with him thinking, I'll play in the Euros, I'll come back, I'll have a bit of a think, I'll find out where I'm going, and then this will all get announced. But this has been kind of accelerated with him not being at the Euros, and he's doing a press conference today with Florentino Perez to give his goodbyes and all that kind of stuff. But it's a really interesting situation with centre-halves, PSG and all this kind of stuff. Because PSG seemingly are the ones linked with Sergio Ramos more than maybe Manchester United are. It came out at the end towards the start of this week. We talked about on Transfers Live that Varane is more than likely to go to PSG. But they've also got Marquinhos and Kimpembe. Can they have all four of them? I doubt it. I don't think you can have all four. Now, everyone probably thought, well, that means that Varane's going to sign a new deal. All done, finished. But then Manuel Carrera came out for Real Madrid. He talks about Real Madrid in the Spanish press and said that that does not mean that Varane is going to stay at Real Madrid. Doesn't mean he's going to sign a new contract. If Real Madrid can get the money, they will sell Varane this summer. So this, a very, very interesting situation. Now, where this fits for Manchester United, it looks like we've kind of been edged out by PSG for both of them. But like I said, they can't have everybody. They're not going to get everyone. There's no point having four centre-halves, especially ones towards the end or towards the peak of their careers, that want to play football every week. It's not like having strikers that you can rotate in and out. Centre-halves, you want your two that are starting, maybe one extra one that you can throw in there. You can't be having four. So where does that leave Manchester United? Do Manchester United go for a Sergio Ramos? Do we go for that 35-year-old? Is that even an option? He'll cost us a fortune in wages. We already know that. But so will Varane. Varane, more in the peak of his career at 28 years old. He's the better option. Let's be serious. If we can get Raphael Varane. But whether that's possible, it's looking like maybe he signs a new deal. Again, this has gone from being absolutely nothing to all over the place. And Manchester United, maybe because of this Ramos news, maybe the fact that he is leaving, and look, he's got probably a few options. He's got the PSG option. I've seen people saying Bayern Munich. Manchester United is definitely an option. And I've said before, I said that centre-half decision that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer makes, if he goes for someone like a Pau Torres, where it's a younger player, and I've said as well, I don't think if Pau Torres comes in, Lindelof guarantees that's him out of the team. I think Lindelof's still a good centre-half. I don't think he does it. But if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer decides I'm going to get Varane, or I'm going to now go for a 35-year-old Sergio Ramos, this is his intent to go out, win the league, and really push the Manchester Cities of this world next season. It's really going to be going for it next season. This is no longer the long-term project that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has come in to do, because I do think a lot of the decisions he's made have been down to that. He didn't maybe push for Sancho, or the board maybe didn't push for Sancho last year, because they went, do you know what? We'll get him next year. We'll work on that. And I think that that's been a good decision. And I think that some of the transfers he's done, Wan-Bissaka, let's just keep building on it. Let's just get someone in that fits the job, slowly build him up, no pressure on it. Been more long-term decisions than right-now decisions. If he gets a Raphael Varane or a Sergio Ramos at Manchester United, that is a right-now decision. That is let's go and win the league decision. I'd be happy with either of them, to be honest. I think that the lift that someone like Sergio Ramos brings to that team would be immense. I think the quality that someone like Raphael Varane brings to that team would be fantastic. Either, I think, would be a really good signing for Manchester United. But it's yet to see where they end up. Whether they sign new contracts, I don't think Ramos obviously is. Whether Varane signs a new contract, whether they go to PSG. But it's going to be really interesting. And then at PSG, does that mean Kimpembe or Marquinhos is on the market? Because I don't think Ramos is going to come in and sit on the bench at 35. So there's going to be a lot of options. And centre-halves, it's going to be the big talk for the next few weeks. Now, those tweets came out last night from a Mr. Fabrizio Romano. And guess what? He will be live on Stretford Paddock at 6 o'clock today. Yes, that's right. Fabrizio Romano live on Stretford Paddock at 6 o'clock today, where I'm sure Jay and Joe will be asking him about all the big things in transfers. He'll probably be asking about Jadon Sancho and where that kind of stands right now and what the situation is. He'll be asking then about Sergio Ramos, Raphael Varane. Where are these players linking? Where is it going to be sitting? So make sure you're tuned in. And he'll probably have a good chat about Locatelli as well, a new name kind of on the Manchester United fans' radar due to his performances last night and due to that tweet saying that the big clubs in England are interested. So make sure you stay tuned to Stretford Paddock to find out the latest transfers off probably the main man, Fabrizio Romano, at 6 o'clock tonight on Stretford Paddock. Right, that is all from me this morning. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you subscribe. Hit notification bell to know when we are going live. Remember, Fabrizio Romano tonight at 6 p.m. I've been Alex. It's a bit cold, so I'm out of here. See you later.